Thank you for being a part of this Tai Chi class. My name is Lester, and today in this video, we are going to talk about the basics of our practice. The video will be divided into different sections that will be indicated in the different timestamps down below. This can be found in the description sections of this video. Hey, how's it going, everyone? So now we are on our second session for this class, and we're gonna go through two forms. The first one will be part the horse's mane, and the third form will be single whip. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna divide this into just standing practice of the form, and then weight shifting, footwork, and last but not the least, combining the footwork and then the standing form, and you'll see that in the video. So let's go ahead and have some fun. So let's do that one more time. So that is part the horse's mane standing practice, okay? So now let's do it with the inhale and exhale. Okay, so the second form is going to be called, or the second form for today, which is our form number 3, is single whip, and this is how it's gonna look like. So, as you can see, as we tilt and dip, as we dip, this is when we kind of like pick up a tissue, right? And what happens is I look at my hand down here, that's on the bottom, and I look at it. You see how my elbow is like going up, so it's like 90 degrees, right? So after 90 degrees, we push out. And then we lean back, and then we drop the cane. back to center. So it looks like a crane, right? So when we push out and then we kind of retract back to center, it's like the crane drops down as this goes back, right? So there you go. So that's how it looks like. So let's do it one more time slowly. All right, so we preload, and as we did, we kind of grab the tissue or have the crane. We look at our hand. As it goes 90, we push out, and then as we go back to the center, there you go. So the hand that you push out with, it goes back to the center. And remember, the hand that's on top, that's the side that you're gonna tilt to or turn to. So now it's gonna be on this side. So and then grab the tissue, look, push, and as you retract, back to center. All right, so do it one more time. You can definitely do this standing. All of the forms you can do it standing, and if you want to warm up, you can just add weight shifting, right? So depending on which side your hand's going to lead you, you kind of just put some shift on your legs, right? So just be creative, just be with the flow of the movements, right? So let's do it one more time with the weight shifting. Repeating it. You can definitely slow the video down. I'll do it in a side view so you can see the angle. This one. This one. All right. So that is single whip. And let's go ahead and do the footwork. So this is going to be one of the tough parts is the footwork, right? So we're going to spend a little bit of time with understanding the footwork, and then by practicing this, hopefully we'll get to have a better understanding of how to integrate it with the flow of our hands and our exhales and inhales. So this is how the footwork will look like. So I just want you guys to look. All right, so without the form, just looking at my foot. So I'm going to start with this side right here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to step like facing this side, the toes outwards. What's going to happen is I'm going to push with this, or in real time, this is how it's going to look like, and then go down. So this is something that we haven't done before. So this is what we call the preload step. And then what's going to happen is, since this one's up, that's kind of like our indicator that this foot is the one that's going to lead us forward. So what's going to happen is the next step is that, right? But it's supposed to be in one motion. So let's say we're in preload. So you see how my back foot, my heel raises up, right? So kind of tippy-toeing and then shifting our weight. And then now this is called the rock step, where we're kind of just rocking back and forth. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to rock. So we're going to put our weight onto the hind foot, right? So back foot. And what's going to happen is we're going to lift the forefoot above the feet of our front foot, putting the pressure on our heel, and then we're going to go back forward. And since this is up, that means it's gonna move up. So it's gonna move up and back to center. So in real time, this is how it's gonna look like. This side. So you see how we kind of like step forward. So that's going to be part of the practice, so don't worry. I'm going to teach you how to go back, but I want you to practice with the footwork. So I'm going to start saying some words now to kind of give you guys a better idea. So we're gonna go step outwards. Usually it's the right side, right? So outwards, heel up on the other, and then preload. Preload pose, so you're kind of facing diagonally or side, on side view. And what's gonna happen is the preload foot, or the foot that has the weight on the heel, it's gonna step out flat. And then your hind foot is gonna push you up. And then what's gonna happen is you're gonna rock back with putting all your weight back to your hind foot. And then now, you're gonna rock back, and then your front foot, all the weight's gonna be in the heel, and then you're gonna raise up the front of the foot, like this. And then you're gonna push yourself back up again. But with this movement, you're gonna step back to center. So now we're back to neutral. And then now that we're back to neutral, we're gonna step onto the other leg because we started with this leg, right? So we're gonna step with this. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna step diagonally, push sideways, and then preload. As we preload, we're gonna step forward, push ourselves, rock back, push ourselves, and then back to the center, okay? You can definitely slow the video down if it's a little too fast. But let's do this one more time. Now I'm gonna count in numbers, okay? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay? So 1, 2, oh. So what happened is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, so that's how I usually count it. So now we're gonna do the hand movements along with our footwork, starting with part the horse's mane, right? So we always start with the center, and with the center, we already established that we're gonna always have the ball, or holding the ball in our center. Alright, so what's gonna happen is when we preload, we're gonna step, then lift our leg, and then we're kind of facing diagonally, right? And then when we preload, it's like when we're sinking with the ball. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna serve up, right? So when we serve up, that's when we step along with the foot that's on the front. So see how I did that? So let's replay it again. So always remember the side or the hand that's on the top of the ball, usually that's the side that you turn to, okay? Okay. So step, and then you see my hand as I serve, and then kind of carry us back when we lean back, and then push us forward, and then you see this hand right here. This hand is gonna carry our leg, and then back to the center. So you see how it looked like? And now we're gonna go this way. All right, so preload. Okay, and then serve up. Remember the bottom hand is gonna serve up, right? So see that? Serve up, and then back as we rock, then up. And you see this hand is gonna move along with the other leg, and then there you go. So that part So that is part the horse's mane. Let's do it in real time. This is how it works, slide. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You see how that exhale goes back to the center. So that's how it would look like. All right, so now inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, so that is part the horse's mane. Go ahead and practice that. Thank you. So now we're gonna practice form number 3, which is single whip. There's a lot of different variations, and with this one, it's a little bit different. I usually try to, when we go preload and then we sink, that's when we try to grab the tissue or make that crane, right? You're gonna see that right now. See how it looks like? So, preload, and then we're gonna step, and then grab a tissue as we sink, and then as we go forward, up, we push out, that's when we step out, right? And then we lean back, and then we push forward, and then crane drops, right? So crane drops carrying our foot or our leg, and then going back to neutral. All right, so now we're gonna go this side since it's the top hand. So preload, so step, and then preload and grab a tissue, right? And then as we go up, and then 90 degrees, as you hit the 90 degrees of your elbow, right? Make sure your elbow's bent. So you're raising your arm with elbows bent, right? So there you go. Looking at your palm, you transition, making your forearm kind of flat, horizontal, and then you push out, push your hand. So when you push your hand, that's when you step forward, lean back, and pull forward, and then drop the crane as we go back to neutral. Okay? We'll do that one more time. Now I'm gonna do the inhale, exhale. So it's a little different here because there's that longer hand gesture, hand movement, right? So this is how it's gonna be. Okay, so we're gonna inhale, exhale, and then we're gonna inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And go this side, so we're gonna go ahead and inhale, exhale, inhale, so we're gonna go ahead and inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay? All right, one more time, single whip, okay? So, this side, I'm gonna go ahead and inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, so go ahead and practice that. And now, last but not the least, I'm going to teach you how to move back to where we came from, okay? So, as we do these forms, especially with the stepping forms, we're going to be moving a little bit more forward, right? Since there's not that much space, actually in practice, they want you to return back to your center or where you started your journey. So how that would look like is kind of like this. we're gonna have the ball form. And remember one of our opening exercises where we do our side swings, right? How would that look like while we were moving? So you just kind of remember the opening exercises that we did. So the bottom hand usually pushes across the body, and then the right hand goes along with the right, and then the right hand that's overextended, since it's on the top, that means it's gonna go down, right? So when it's on the top, it's gonna go down and back to the center. And right, you saw that transition? So I'm going this way. It's gonna be on the top, now back to the center. So if I do it a little bit faster, this is how it's gonna look like. These are the instructions on how to do it. So let's go ahead and do it. Right hand, so whichever hand is on top, that's where we return. But the way it works is, as we push, the side that we're pushing to or tilting to, that's the leg that we're stepping back diagonally. So this is how it looks like. Step, and then we bring our other foot, and then we preload, right? You see how my ball's right here? So as we preload, you see the leg right here. You see how the heel is up? That means that's the leg that we're stepping back with, okay? So as we preload, we flip, because we're gonna push on this side, right? So we flip, so step back again. So step back again, and then there you go, flip. And then after the second flip, or the second step back, we're gonna try to square ourselves. Okay, so what's gonna happen is, since we flip, we're gonna square ourselves so we're facing the front instead of the side. And then after that, this leg right here, I'm gonna try to step it out, right? So flip, and then step it out. And then the next flip, the right is gonna be on top, right? And then just position our body in the center. So we're gonna go ahead and inhale, exhale, flip, inhale, exhale, flip, inhale, exhale, so that is our practice. Go ahead and watch the video, rewind, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll learn more in the next coming weeks, okay? So, yep, thank you.